What's up, y'all?
Hey, happy
What's
Monday,
up, guys?
Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
And it's even better this week because there's no Garrett. No Garrett.
It's the biggest surprise of the week, biggest pleasant surprise of the week, right?
Cool, sweet. So yeah, any questions you guys got about starting and growing your Amazon business the right way, please let us know. Especially this time of year with Q4 fast approaching, you're literally a week away. Any questions you guys got, please feel free to let us know. We would love to tap in and help out, any way we can, guys.
Yep. And next week when Garrett's back, make sure everybody talks about how much we talked about missing Garrett.
Yeah.
Garrett. Okay.
Who is it that comes in here and they always say hey to everybody except Garrett? And then that one day they came in and they just said hey to Garrett.
Yeah, I think that's LOL's guy.
What's up, y'all? What up, Karen? What up, Carol? Carlos? A couple very similar names there. What's up, y'all? What's up, Deal Hunter? Armand? We got a bunch of
question there from Restock.
Yeah, a bunch of the usual characters. Good to see you guys. Haven't seen Carlos on a stream in a while. Good to see him.
Yeah, well, Carlos gonna be at the
and Adrian, of course. What's up, man? 94 days till Christmas. Yeah, what you should be counting down is like 92 days until peak FBM season. That 2 day before. Yeah,
for sure. Cool.
I bet there's more FBM orders shipped on December 22nd than there is like any other day of the year.
Probably. It's got to be.
Or December 21st.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, sweet, guys. Sounds good. So yeah, drop any questions you guys got in chat here. So Restock FBA says, can you explain the difference between adding a product in Boxum and adding it in Seller Central? If I add a product on Seller Central first, will it display in my Boxum? So it'll show when you list a product on Boxum. It's just way easier to do it, and then it takes out all the work you need to do in Seller Central. So basically, Boxum just makes the listing process easier and the shipping process easier. And then it also is going to handle all your analytics for your Amazon business, as well as Warner, if you want to pop up an example of the Boxy AI tool as well. That's a recent feature we added. And we also got a bunch of other stuff coming soon to it, to Boxum as well. I got some beta users working on some stuff too. But the big thing is just makes it easier. It's going to handle the entire process. Nothing is required of you in Seller Central, and you'll be
the main thing, just make sure you have your costs correct on where you're tracking your analytics.
The AI tool is sweet too. I feel like that's super helpful, especially because it doesn't just answer Boxum questions, right? It can answer.
Yeah, it can do anything.
Like online arbitrage questions.
Yeah. It's trained on Wordernized content here.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. So for example, here's like a question I was using earlier with a beginner seller, right? Like, say you're having a hard time finding, give me some auto engage suggestions. How do I find it? So it can send you everything you need to know, what brands to look out for, some resources to watch, that kind of thing. And you can get a lot more specific with this too. So you could say I found like a jockey t-shirt. How do I make it profitable, basically?
Oh, that's game. Kohl's right now for anyone at home. Neither here nor there.
Got a 3P. Yeah, no Garrett today, Adrian. For new sellers on Amazon, it's difficult for ungated categories. You'll have a lot of stuff as soon as you get a category unlocked, Vicente. Then you can just hit a lot of auto engates. If you just go to a retail store brand and see what those people are selling, and just go from there. If you do that for an hour, you'll see literally 100+ brands that are reseller friendly for new sellers.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the big mistakes that newer sellers make is they just focus on the stuff that they're gated in. They're like, oh, this would be profitable, but I'm gated in this brand or I'm gated in this category. When in reality, I don't remember the exact number, but there's 100 million+ individual products on Amazon for sale. And you've only got to find a couple. There's going to be plenty that you're ungated in, even as a brand new seller. So I'd say, find those. They're going to be a little harder to find, of course, but they're out there. And
the much more interesting number is last time I checked, it was 750,000 products not sold by the brand, not sold by Amazon, 3 or more sellers, 30 sales a month. So that's
easy.
And that's not even including anything you could bring back that's sold out, has 2 sellers on it, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, most categories actually are auto engate too, like shoes and clothing auto engate, beauty auto engate.
Usually the ones that people are eating, you gotta apply.
Yeah,
like putting on their face, that kind of thing.
Yeah, toys, grocery, gonna be gated ones, but nice and easy to get done. Okay. What up? Will says, hey guys, I set up a Seller Central account 2 months ago and I've had 0 sales and no activity. Is my account at risk for deactivation? Not over you do anything wrong, just over you doing nothing. Basically, so
is there a period where they'll shut your account off if you do nothing?
I think it's a year.
I didn't even know they would. I thought that because think about all the aged accounts out there.
not in like a you can never use it, just in like a you probably shouldn't be paying for this if you're not using it, I think. Which is, I mean, I say fairly respectable, you know.
Yeah. Either way, get some up on that account. Right now is a good time to get kind of more serious. Well, there's some good opportunities right now. There'll be Halloween coming up soon, so some opportunities off that. You can just source like evergreen stuff right now, and then by the time December rolls around, you'll have made a few sales. You kind of know how to double down on some stuff that's going to be really successful for you during the holiday rush there.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. See, restock FBA in the mix, family. Yes, sir. I would love a cradle to grave. Never heard. All right, Warner, is that an Arkansas term or what's
that's a new one to me.
that? Okay.
I like it though. I like it.
Now let's talk through the etymology here, Corey. Right. So, Corey, I don't know if you're catching on to this here, man. Right. But
I'm picking up what he's putting down.
Cradle like a baby, right? To grave. So I assume that means like encompassing full circle, right?
Oh, I get it.
Nico, you put
Right.
Miles.
You don't have to spell it out for me.
Yeah, right there. So actually, we do have
this one.
Yeah, so we do have an optimized shipment tutorial on the Boxum channel. I'm gonna grab a link
Yeah.
and toss it over to you right there. Yeah, let me grab a link here. Toss it over to you real quick.
A couple good questions here. So another one from Will. He said, "Is ungating something you have to worry about if you're working brand direct and with distributors?" So Will, the answer is yes, right? And it's unfortunate that that is the case, because you would think it's like, oh, well, if I'm buying directly from the brand, I should have no problem getting ungated. But what I'm seeing and what other people I know are seeing, even big wholesale sellers, are having trouble getting ungated even with brand direct invoices. Now, they always eventually get ungated, but it's not like you're automatically getting approved on the first time just because you have a brand invoice. So keep that in mind. Is it easier? Yes. Is it still going to take multiple attempts? Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Restock FBA for sure. Yep. Subsequent months I haven't been charged. Okay. Yeah. Your account also just might not be fully active in general, but like, let's get some products listed, family. You're here, on Monday afternoon, early evening here. You're clearly very serious about this stuff, man. Like, let us know anything we can do to help out your journey, brother.
And Gold had another question. So with OA, would you even go for these 50 to 100 bought past month items, or no point? So, I mean, my answer, I feel like you guys probably think something similar, but I would say, yeah, like if it's profitable and you can sell 10, 20, 30 units per month, as far as like that being your share of the sales, yeah, go for it. And honestly, there's products I've sold where I only sell 5 units a month or 4 units a month, but they're really expensive, high ticket products where you might be making $20, $30, $50 profit per unit. So yeah, I'd say go for it.
Yeah, that, and like get picky later on. But if your bank account still has inventory budget in there, then buy whatever is in front of you. If you're getting a little pickier, you're having to prioritize spend, then focus on the stuff that is a little easier to manage.
Yep.
Or go in ROI order.
Yep.
Slightly smarter way to do it.
Jimmy said, "Corey, do you participate in the transparency program like Jonah? If not, why is that?" So yeah, I mean, it's not like a specific person chooses to participate in transparency or not. It's a matter of what products are enrolled in transparency. So transparency is enrolled at the ASIN level. So for example, if you have a brand and that brand has 15 products on Amazon, they might only have 1 or 2 ASINs enrolled in transparency, right? If they're using the transparency program. So if an ASIN's enrolled in transparency, it just means that your individual units have to have the transparency labels on them for you to be able to sell them, FBA or FBM. So to answer your question, yes, I have sold transparency enabled products before. I don't think I have any right now that I sell that are transparency though.
Yeah. Did we cover this here at Corey? This is a really good mindset you have around this stuff. I always like when you share it.
Yeah. So Jimmy, that's still my minimum, right? And what he's saying when he's saying like 250 net minimum. So I feel like over the years, people have really complicated sourcing and like their criteria. Some people say like, well, hey, it's got to make you at least $2 profit per unit. You've got to sell 100 a month and the margin's got to be this, the ROI's got to be that. And that's all valid. But the way I look at it, just to simplify things, is, hey, is this product going to make me $250 in profit per month or not? If the answer is yes, then I buy it. If the answer is no, then I don't buy it. Right. So that's kind of giving some context around Jimmy's question.
Yeah.
Yep. See, Robbie asking.
Good questions.
Yeah, for sure. Robbie's saying Amazon holds money for account level reserve. If nothing gets returned, will they send you that money? Yeah, Rob. So like your account level reserve today will be if there's no returns and nothing else charged, that would theoretically be what you get paid 2 weeks from now. Obviously, there's going to be shipping charges and a couple returns and that kind of thing. They would get deducted from that, but that just keeps rolling basically.
For sure.
Yep. Let's see.
Fire question here from
Lewis. Lewis. Yeah. What do you use to manage VAs? So, you said, I assume you mean LastPass when you're saying GlassPass. That's yeah. We used to use LastPass, but they kept having like data leaks all the time. So we kept having to like change passwords and stuff. So it doesn't really matter. Just like OnePass, Bitwarden, something like that. I would say anything but LastPass, to be honest.
But the answer is something, right? Like, and like I made this mistake. Like my VAs have been with me for so long, they just had my passwords. But if I could go back in time, I would just set them up in like LastPass is simple or something like it.
Yeah, and you can make it to where they can't see what it actually is. That way, if they like quit, you just change the password in Bitwarden or whatever, and you're good.
Yep.
Chad Bitwarden. Love that. Damn, bro, just went back and watched the video too. That's fire. Love that. I mean, it's a quick video, to be honest. Love the optimized video. If you have time, can you please do one with multiple SKUs or higher quantity showing your favorite way to split? So on a Boxem, it's super easy. If you just click select all boxes, restock FBA on step 2, prep and Boxem, you'll then see the option to split all. And it's really easy. So like if you just click select all boxes and then you can just hit the split all, when you hit select all, it'll immediately pop up the split option right there. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, Sketch, you're saying somebody said you need at least $2,500 to start selling on Amazon. How much truth is there in that number? It's not too far off. I'd say that's like a comfortable place to start. You don't need that much if you're getting a little more creative, maybe doing some reach arbitrage, some books, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's like a comfortable start.
Yep. For sure. Amazing. Yep. Stick to, those are good ones right there too. As well, like 1 to 2K. Anyone telling you guys like 5 to 10K, they're talking about either wholesale or private label, which are good business models, but they're just way too complicated and expensive. Yeah, bro. That's the thing. Like, we made Boxem from the ground up just to make this stuff as easy as possible for you guys. There weren't good solutions in the market. Amazon Seller Central's not good either. Boxem's going to make it significantly easier for you. Right there. Couldn't quite transcribe the audio from BBB. Understood. It's cool to see. Would you be open if she had an offer from another Amazon sellers? What are your thoughts on that? No. All right. Wait.
No, I paid her. Yeah, I paid her to not take other jobs in the past. So no, I would not be okay with that. I don't know. She hasn't told me if anybody's ever tried to poach her, but
they definitely have. 1,000%.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Let's see. Cindy asked a good questions about gift cards earlier. I just want to make sure we don't miss that. So I'm just going to quickly show you, right? So when you're sourcing, you always just reference like Card Bear, of course, right? So it's just like a quick example, sourcing some stuff like this earlier. And in this case, 4.1%. It's not like the craziest discount in the world. In fact, Nautica is usually like really good. Yeah. So if we go in here, obviously, these are just like a gift card marketplace. So we can buy, let's see, like a $50 gift card for $40, right? And then that's an immediate discount that you get to take because it's right here. And that's better than something like cashback where you have to rely on the transaction tracking and that kind of thing. As soon as you do it, it's guaranteed extra margin booster, right? So you just buy this, you'll get them emailed, punch them in at checkout, you're good to go.
Bang. Well, I'm getting a new haircut soon. This low-key could be a Jimmy FBA burner, I'm not gonna lie. Jimmy would have exposed that he knew more, though, to be honest. Like he would have brought up some like thing that only like Jimmy would knew. Yeah.
He's been quiet lately.
Talk about Colin Broom or something.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. No, okay. Okay. Anonymous account.
He's offended that you thought that he was Jimmy.
Makes sense.
Let's see. Dennis said, should you sell on Mexico Marketplace or turn off on each listing? We turned it off for Amazon or for Canada and Mexico personally, just because the fees got pretty insane and it's like hard to track what's going on. But if you want to opt in specific ASINs, that can be a good idea. But there's like very like specific like regional requirements or that kind of thing. Like if you sell grocery cross-listed to Canada, it technically needs to have French on it, stuff like that. So there's like extra rules. You don't have to turn it off item by item either. If you go to the build international listings settings on Seller Central, you can opt out of everything all at once.
You are smart though, family. Appreciate you.
Too busy printing. Jimmy is too busy printing.
Best way to win more buy box, be FBA and be price competitively. Yeah. And then use your repricing software too as well. But the big thing for this time of year, right, is using the buy box statistics on SellerAmp, the buy box analysis, to identify whether or not listings are FBM friendly, right? So toggling that on in your settings, nice and easy, just buy box analysis. You'll see it in settings on selleramp.com, and then going in and seeing if it's going in and seeing if you can get buy box off like that. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that there's a lot of like very small things that can affect buy box. The one thing you might actually notice is if you're in stock for a while and with a lot of units, you'll make more sales than people who are not, because you're just naturally in more spots in the country, and Amazon kind of starts to trust your store in that ASIN. Let's see, Madman, do you ever buy and store gift cards when the discount is so good? Not really. I actually have done it one time.
There are people that do that though, like guys that are really serious.
Yeah, like for a while Walmart got to like 20%, and I knew that was not sustainable, so we bought like a good amount of those.
That was in April.
Yeah, that was the only time I've ever done that, because like, I mean, just think logically how many people just like outside of resellers want discounted Walmart gift cards. Like there's no reason it should be at 20 like that. Yeah, everyone should be.
Even I mean, I buy George's food off Walmart. I mean, shoot, if I would have known they were 20% off, I would have bought some for myself.
Yeah.
Spend a little cash back on the dog food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good question from Jimmy here. Jimmy says, I saw your tweet that competition plummets. Why is that? I know demand increases, but why aren't sellers prepared for that? That's the reason. Yeah. So a lot of sellers, like if you just watch a lot of Amazon FBA content over the years, a lot of people don't think merchant fulfilled works, or don't want to do the slightly extra work to take advantage of it, right? We do it. We recommend you do it and everything. And so basically a lot of people finish their buying Black Friday or even before Black Friday, and then ship their Black Friday inventory into Amazon next year, right? But what makes the most sense from a profitability perspective, if you're looking to really hammer the stuff, is loading up and FBMing super hard on inventory you bought during Black Friday for cheaper than it is all year, during the best period of demand and price increases all year in December. But a lot of people don't do that. And yeah, like that's why I feel like if you just like watch a lot of like mainstream Amazon advice on the internet, it's given by people that haven't really done this at a really, really high level the way we have, basically. Hello, do I get an extra charge or fee if I get an order canceled? Nope. Whether it's on Amazon, nope. Whether it's on a retailer, nope. Yeah.
How do you? Yeah, no. Okay. Let's see. I heard of people using all sorts of repricers. Yeah, you can. They're all pretty much the same.
Yeah,
Go try like Aura or Be Cool as a starter one. I know Corey and I both use Seller Snap personally, but like that's only if you have like a ton of sales going on. It's pretty expensive.
Yep. Good question here. Can you tell us your biggest mistake with wholesale FBA? So, I mean, it's hard to pinpoint like any one specific instance, but I'd just say there's plenty of times where I either bought too much or didn't buy enough. Honestly, probably more times where I didn't buy enough. I feel like there was multiple buys in the past where it's like I'd been selling it for a while. I knew what the supply was. I knew my margins. I knew my competitors. It's like I had all the market data, but I just didn't have the confidence to pull the trigger on as big of an order as I wish I would have. And so it's not like you lose money in those instances, but you lose potential profits, right? And a lot of times missing out on that potential profit, at least for me, can hurt more than, overbuying on a product that you shouldn't have bought as many of. Because a lot of times when you overbuy, at least most people don't like overbuy to the point where they're sitting on stuff for like 6 months.
Yeah, and if the Keepa chart's good, it's tough to overbuy.
Right.
It's not a huge issue if you do. The big thing is just being really confident and fluid with said data.
Yep.
Big thing. Yeah, how's the wholesale network going, Corey?
Yeah, it's going good. In fact, right before this live stream every Monday, usually around 4:30, I jump into the voice chat in the Discord there and inside the wholesale network, and we just chop it up with whoever's in there, answer questions. One guy he was a newer member. He had some questions about a specific ASIN, so he sent me that ASIN over DM, and I was just kind of giving him some advice on that specific product. But yeah, man, we have fun in there, that's for sure.
Let's see here. I'm grabbing a Q4 Buy Box Bandits episode here, just to get you guys all prepared. We're going to start filming those again.
You guys have some more? I was going to ask if you have some more coming out soon.
Dan. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Dan, there's some good ones back in the day. Okay, epic Q4 growth. There we go. Yeah, perfect. All right. Let's
see, Dreamer said, sometimes see Amazon as the buyer on sales, even when you're the only seller for that product. I'm not sure what you mean by the buyer, but
Well,
if Amazon's on a list,
how when Amazon sometimes buys a product to send it overseas, like you've seen.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, like Global Store UK, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
assume that's maybe what he means.
Yeah, if you're seeing that, you can compete with those stores because their shipping's really slow. Usually, you'll actually crush them because the buy box algorithm is not in the UK store's favor.
Right.
But if Amazon US is on the listing, check the buy box, and most of the time they're not going to share sales.
Yeah.
That
Good question.
said, during Q4 is like a weird time you can actually compete with Amazon on things, just because especially on like high demand items, like they'll go out of stock in certain areas of the country, and that cannot show on the buy box. But there's still lots of sales happening there. If let's say, the warehouses in California run out of something that sells really well, and you pop on as an FBM, you're going to make sales even if the buy box, which is checked in the middle of the country, is not showing third party sales.
Boom, boom. Is it better to sell on different platforms? Well, my Amazon is barely making sales. It's all just based on the items you have. Like selling on other platforms, definitely won't hurt. But the big thing is, where there's going to be a lot of money is going to be getting, on really good selling products. Yeah. Yeah. Thoughts on Amazon? Amazon, a little bit more risky for beginners, but totally makes money too, and everything, right? But in general, primarily, right, I don't love it for beginners. It totally does make money, just a little bit more risky and everything.
Yeah, just because you're always running the risk of like Amazon coming back into stock and that kind of stuff.
And then you could be screwed for 6 months.
Yeah, the ROI is generally pretty similar to selling stuff that's profitable right now, so no reason to like take extra risk. It is cool though. Like I know a lot of people just like specialize that and like doing it. So yeah, like all things, like just pick the thing you enjoy doing. You can see yourself doing for a long time. Even if we don't like doing it, if you enjoy it and you makes you money, then keep doing it. Like just build that skill set, something you're really good at. Let's see, can you explain 808? Yeah, 808 is just buying on Amazon, selling it on Amazon. Usually buying it from Amazon themselves. Let's say it's
I've
like
seen some people crushing it with 808 recently too.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of stuff that you see it on the Keepa charts where Amazon's having a ton of trouble staying in stock, and then when they're out of stock, the price doubles. A lot of times those are like intentional. People are buying out Amazon to double the price when they're gone.
Best tools for analyzing Q4. Yeah, Seller Amp and Keepa there. That's all you need there as well. Let's see.
Yep. KPF, your main way of sourcing. I would say reverse sourcing is still my main way of sourcing,
especially for beginners.
Yeah, especially for beginners and diving into new opportunities. I'll use a little bit of like manual or KPF when I have a very specific opportunity I'm trying to dial in on. But if you're just generally sourcing, then reverse sourcing for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anise has a good wholesale question there for you, Corey.
How are you guys seeing the future of wholesale FBA? In the future, brands will sell by themselves, or there will be a lot of opportunities to start wholesale. Yeah, so there, as long as Amazon's a marketplace, there will still be wholesale opportunities. If anything, I think there's actually going to be more opportunity with wholesale in the future because Amazon's just making it harder for sellers. So the competition is going to dwindle. Brands still need to win on Amazon. That's not going to change. And brands, I think, increasingly are understanding that they don't know Amazon because it's getting more difficult. So they need somebody who is an expert to come in and help them. So I think there's still going to be a ton of opportunity, whether you're just buying and flipping from distributors, but especially if you are partnering with brands and helping them grow.
Yeah, and you got to remember there's always going to be new brands popping up too, right? Like that's a big thing.
Really, yeah,
it seems obvious, but like, a couple years into arbitrage, it's like, man, like, this brand, we lost this brand, we lose this brand, that kind of thing. But then you realize like, oh, this brand's good now. This brand's good now. This one's good now. Right. So, I don't know. That was something like when I was newer, it's like, seems like all these opportunities keep gradually going away. It's not going to be nothing, but just new businesses, new brands, all that kind of thing. So those are new wholesale relationships, new arbitrage opportunities. Yeah.
Could you guys reverse source product? Watch the video I posted yesterday. It'll show you how to use AI to find products a lot easier. So like essentially like AI reverse sourcing. That'll make your process significantly easier if you're using the box.
We're on the same wavelength. I posted a very similar video today as well.
Smart man. Yeah, smart man for sure. Up early, brands.
The catalog authorization gate. I've only ever seen brand. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen a catalog authorization gate. I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah. Let's see, is 808 usually the same marketplace? I've always the 808 I've done is just US to US, but I do know there are some people that buy like they just buy like Amazon UK, ship it over and sell it on Amazon US, and I'm not exactly sure how that works. Like I'm sure there's extra fees and stuff to consider there, but
and same with like Canada to the US and vice versa, because there's some products that you can't get in Canada that you can get in the US and vice versa. So there's some people where that's their whole niche and they crush it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, boom.
Yeah, Nico, there's videos on the vast majority of the different templates in there. Yeah, and let me know if you have any questions there too.
Yep, that'll be nice and easy for you guys. Yep. Cool. So another great Money Monday. Thanks to all for tuning in. Really good Q4 Q&A. A lot of good basic stuff too that we're obviously happy to help with. And everything. Hey, LOL's Pro. All right, man. All right. Yeah, you know, LOL's Pro. I think that was the
Do your
longest
thing, man.
video without an out-of-pocket.
That was the only dumb message, yeah.
Yeah, that's the longest he made it, LOL's Pro, without an out-of-pocket comment, I would
Keep
say.
it up.
Yeah, cool. Sweet. All right. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a great Monday. And, you know, go check out some more of our content and everything. Got you. Cool.
Absolutely.
See you guys.
See you guys
Back next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Take it easy.